smoker, we're here to save the day. We got tips and tricks, reviews and more. Join us on the back porch, that's what we're here for. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the Back Porch Lounge, where the vibe is bold. Shy about the shop, no need to fear. We'll teach you the ropes and make it all clear. Learn the lingo, find your cigar groove. With the Leaf Cutters crew, you got nothing to prove. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the Back Porch Lounge, where the vibe is bold. So grab your cigar, join the conversation. Let's light it up, spark some inspiration. The Leaf Cutters are here, the world to ignite. One stick at a time, under the porch light.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge. We are Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we are here to help. And tonight, well,
I help with nothing but no minutes.
That's right. And tonight, we are going to feature a special cigar that has actually been given to us by Dirk. He was nice enough to give us these, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Suave Cigars.
Suave.
Or maybe, oh yeah, you're right. Maybe it's just Suave. Suave.
It's suave.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait.
I said it, did I not preface it with I'm going to pronounce it wrong?
Yeah, did I preface it with I'm going to make fun of you?
No, but
it's
I mean, you are.
It was implied.
So,
It was implied heavily.
no, sir, that was assumed, not implied.
No, it's in my face. If you look at my face right now, you're going to see that I'm going to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's true, but I know that. That's an assumption I have. Like in life, coming from you. So
then I proved my point. Thank you.
Moving on.
all right.
I
So-
rest my case.
As we light up the cigars, Robert, do you have a question?
I have a question. The other
Okay.
day I was in my local humidor and I was looking at the different cigars that were in there. And I noticed there were many different sizes and ring gauges. So how many are there exactly?
Wow. How many there are exactly, I could not tell you. Because there are a ton of them.
There's a lot.
Now, what I can do
7.
is give you like a basic 10 that, will pretty much fit the size and shape, well, the size of pretty much all your cigars. Does that work?
That works.
Okay.
No, that's not enough. Ten's not enough.
I think
Okay.
you got to narrow it down to like the top 400 size options. Just
Well,
you know,
I'm going to go with 10,
okay.
and then y'all can just carry it on from there. How about that?
no, it's probably 10's probably enough. Now that you mentioned
Okay,
it.
so is 10 good? 10's good, right?
My Clayco education says I can't count past 10 anyways. Maybe to 11.
It's just true. I mean, it depends on how many fingers and toes you have.
Well,
That's about as high as you can go.
that's it.
So, first off, you have your Corona cigar. And your Corona cigar is like your standard size cigars, right?
Sure.
Well, they are. They're usually your standard size cigars, which are about 5.5 inches, probably around 42, 44 ring gauge. That's what they would fall into, like a classic Corona cigar. Then probably the next one I would say would be the Robusto, maybe, which is still around 5 inches, but it's usually a bigger ring gauge, like a 50 ring gauge. Then I know there's the Toro, which is a little bit longer than the Robusto, where it's like 6 inches, and it's usually a heavier ring gauge too, or a bigger ring gauge, like a 50 to 55, something around there.
For the Toro? Yeah.
For the Toro, yeah.
50 to 60, actually. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well maybe 50 to 60. So, but I know it's like a 6 inch. But then you have your Churchills, which are getting into the bigger sizes, which are about to start like at 7 inches, but they're a little bit smaller. They're like usually around a 40 something, mid 40s ring gauge, somewhere around there. And then you have the longer one than the Churchill, which is the Lonsdale. And that's even thinner than a Churchill, but it's a little bit shorter too. It's usually around 6 inches, 6.5 inches, somewhere around there. So they're not quite as big as the Churchills. Does anybody think of any more?
You got the Lancero,
Right.
which is about 7.5, and it's pencil thin.
Yep, you're right.
What
That's
size is
about,
the nub?
The nub falls under like a Rothschild because it's a 50 ring gauge and like a 4.5, maybe. Is that about right for?
Maybe.
Just saying, we can't forget about the little ones.
That's right. It's got, it gets cold outside.
It is cold outside.
I would say, yeah. Yeah, mate, yeah. I think
That's
that
probably
would-
closer to a
cold.
60, I think, on a nub. It's pretty. They're stout.
They are.
But I think a nub would actually fall into like a Robusto. But no, they're usually like 4 inches, aren't they? So,
4.5.
maybe.
Yeah.
Classic nub line.
Yeah, I think they're like a 4 inch. So, yeah, they maybe help.
Part of that too is a lot of the brands and blends will just name their stuff. I mean, like what we're smoking tonight. Whatever I did with the band, it tells you what size it is or what size
Toro.
they want you to call it.
Yeah.
It's a Toro. But then you also have like a double Corona.
Mm-hmm.
Double Coronas are usually really big, almost 9 inches, like between 7.5
That's what she
inches to 9 inches.
Twice as much beer as an original Corona.
Exactly.
Comes with the lime.
Yeah.
And a disappointment.
I want to know how long that line's been on the shelf.
Don't know. But yeah, there's a double Corona. Did we go over the Gordo?
No, but and don't forget the Grand. Like there's a Grand Corona, and it's
Yeah, there's a Grand Corona.
9.5 inches or more.
Yeah,
There's a petite Corona.
there's a Petite Corona as well. Yep.
It's a tiny cigar.
Yeah, it's like
I feel like we've gone into left field at this point.
Well, there's also like the Presidente, which is like an 8-inch cigar, and it has like a 52-inch, or 52-inch, sorry. 52 ring gauge, not 52 inches.
This is going to take me an hour to smoke.
52 inch cigar. Somebody else is holding it.
I was
gonna
say,
You need to find a bipod for it.
is that something?
El
Is that like
Presidente has
deck mounted?
people.
Is that a deck mounted cigar?
That is a tech mounted cigar. Might get you tackled on a golf course. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the different ones that you can actually that are more common as far as sizes go. And I mean it's really hard to sit there and when you're sitting in a lounge or when you're sitting in a humidor or walking into a humidor and you see a cigar and you look at it and you're like, well, is that 6 inches? Is it a Toro? Is it a Lonsdale?
Is it a pick up the cigar? Look at the
is it a
little stick of paper down here on the back that says I'm a Lonsdale.
Exactly. So, but I bring that up because it's okay if you don't know shapes and sizes. It really is. It doesn't really matter.
Smoking. You look at it and you're like, hey man, that's a nice shape. I like you. I'll put you in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good point of reference. So when you go back into the store and be like, you know what, that was just enough cigar for me to smoke. What was it? Okay, it was a Toro. So let me look for more Toros. Stuff like that. It's really more of a gauge to help you find where your spot is in your cigar smoking.
Yeah, for a long time, I was smoking Lonsdales, and now with my palate, my taste and choices of cigars have changed. I'd much rather smoke like a Robusto, which is a 5.5 by 40 to 50.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I would smoke Petite Coronas or Lanceros because I just like that thinner cigar.
Man, I started on Presidentes and Churchills. Now I'm on smaller cigars, but beforehand I was like, give me as much as you possibly can. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I want all the nicotine. Give it to me. Give it to me hard.
Put it in my veins. And now I'm just like, no, I'm good.
I prefer caffeine straight in the veins at this point.
Yeah, that works. But does that help you out, Robert?
Yes, it does.
Doesn't help you at all?
Yeah. Turn it over. Look at the little white band that says hello.
There you go. That's what I was hoping you got out of that conversation.
I was about to ask how many of the sizes you remembered.
Yeah, because that's the thing. To remember all those sizes is ridiculous because we only scratched the surface of how many sizes are. Because like Andy was saying, and I think Zach mentioned it too, the manufacturers come up with their own sizes sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, like another one we mentioned is like the Perfecto. The Perfecto has been called something different from several different lines that I've seen.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, how do you know? You look at the damn band. Don't worry about trying to remember it. Just look at the band.
Or just go, oh, hey, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like about the right amount of cigar for what we're going to do. So
for the amount of time that I have to smoke.
Do you think the Asylum 13 is just sized as an Asylum 13, like it has its own name? Because nobody else goes that size.
Technically, it's a Presidente.
I think so.
No, it's not. Presidentes are thin.
No,
you can make me go look it up.
Thin,
nope, I'll go look it up.
Well, you're right, because Presidente only goes up to the 52 ring gauge.
Yep.
You're talking that was a 70.
65, something like that?
I thought it was a 70, wasn't it?
Could be. I don't know.
70?
Look, it makes me jealous.
Well, absolutely. Of course. But I think it was a 7x70.
Yeah, they got a 7x70.
Are you talking about like the 9 and 10 that we
the one that we smoked was a 7x7.
I think it was a 70,
yeah.
Which is not the
what size is that called?
Big.
I don't even know.
I think it's called by its own name. Like, do you want an Asylum 13? Are you talking about the size or the brand? Both. It's just,
Probably. I mean, it could be. It could be. They may have named it, its own size. Because, like I said, it doesn't fall into, standard. Like I said, that list that I gave you was just kind of like a standard list that you would see in pretty much any cigar shop.
Yeah, because if you go Google the Asylum 13, they've got them in a size from like a Perfecto, which is a 4. How does this say? I can't read shit that small. 4x48, all the way up to the 8x80.
Your computer has a built-in magnifying glass, old man.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Excellent rebuttal.
Nothing but love,
Yes, that's an excellent rebuttal.
Wait until you're old,
so
motherfucker.
Well.
Wait until you're old, motherfucker.
It's literally in my gamer tag. Like I'm there. I'm old. I got it.
That's true. He's already there.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah. Look at how gray this beard is.
I don't see enough gray. Catch up.
Yeah, but
I'm just lighting mine. So, what do we think on first light up with these cigars, guys?
I'm like
Let me in 85. Shut up.
No.
Yes.
Please, Daddy.
Do what we want. Sorry, Andy. I love you.
I hate you too. It's okay.
What? You almost said love. Say it. Say it.
I'm not saying I like your meat either.
Oh, that's blasphemy. Fuck you. You specifically like it in your mouth.
First light up.
Now you got to tell the story of that particular phrase. Why
we've
you
told
have
that? No, we've told that story on this
Yeah, we've told
podcast.
that story.
If you haven't heard that story, please go find the previous episode where we covered that story on this podcast. Thanks for shopping with us. Have a great night.
Okay.
I mean, the moral of the story is people like have my meat in their mouth.
And the first person who can tell us the timestamp in the episode that was from wins a virtual high five. So message us on the socials.
No, wait. You know
I
what?
will absolutely do a high five for that.
If you can find the timestamp, the episode and the timestamp where we have that discussion, hell, I'll send you a cigar.
There you go.
That works. So there you go. There's a giveaway right there. We'll send you a cigar and a sticker.
Ooh. James will send you a sticker. I'll send you a cigar.
And a sticker?
And a sticker.
Yeah, I'm going to go find it just so I can get a cigar and a sticker.
What?
You ain't getting shit.
Here's the thing. With Leaf Cutter merchandise, we don't sell it. So if you get a sticker, you got something because
it's limited.
You can't buy it.
It's like happiness. You can't buy it.
Yeah, you can. My Xbox tells me I can buy happiness.
Happiness. I have happiness in a stick right here.
So speaking of happiness as a stick, what do we think about on first light up?
Zach
I
goes
think
first.
Dirk gypped us.
And we're going to go last first. All right, so Zach, you go first tonight.
Nobody said anything about that?
I didn't hear it.
I said I think Dirk gypped us. What the hell?
Oh, damn. That's
Dang.
not nice.
That's
I'm
mean.
joking, Dirk. I am very fond of you, sir. Your cigar is delicious. It's very good, sir.
I mean, you don't have to go the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm just saying, you could have found a happy
I'm
medium in
bipolar.
there.
I'm bipolar.
It's either
I
on
absolutely can go to either side of the spectrum without any warning.
Fair.
You're out of meds, so.
No, I got meds. Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
Still
So,
adjusting back on them, but I'm on them.
all right. Zach, since we're
Yes,
starting
sir.
with you tonight, can you tell us what your first thoughts are?
my first thoughts are it's light and approachable. It's not overly creamy yet for the way that the wrapper looks, which looks pretty creamy. I'm getting a little bit of like charred cedar so far, and a little black pepper on the retrohale. So pretty good so far. Not knocking my socks off, but that's probably okay. Last time we had a pretty strong cigar, and it's good to mix it up.
That's true. All right, Robert, how about you?
Yeah, it's good. It's very light now. Like I was telling you, Zach, earlier. I found that since doing this podcast, my tastes have gone from just liking the lighter ones to accepting the lighter ones. They're there.
Yeah.
They're there.
All right.
I will smoke them, but
I will give you this advice in your cigar journey. You will find that you will polarize yourself all the time. So you'll be like, I am totally into dark cigars. I want Maduros. I want Habanos. I want stuff that's going to kick my pants or kick me in the pants. And then you're going to all of a sudden, well, you know what? Let me go back to to Connecticut's and Candelas, because I haven't had one of those in a while. And then you'll get onto that kick, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I like the lighter stuff again. So you'll be all over the place in your journey. That's a great thing. It really is.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad.
No. I'm
By
just
no
saying.
means, I like it.
But right now, when you're saying you're leaning towards darker, heavier cigars, you're going to go back the other way eventually. And then you'll go back and you'll bounce back and forth, and it's a great thing. So I'm just giving you that heads up. That does happen.
It's kind of like beer, man. Some days it's a Heineken day, and other days it's PBR.
There you go. That's exactly right. All right, Graham, how about you, buddy?
I mean, sure. Either of those.
Hey. I don't drink either one of those beers, so don't judge me.
I'm not judging you.
I heard it in your voice.
No, I'm totally judging you.
Those aren't on the
And
list of beers that I will only drink for free, so that's okay.
Ice House is on there too.
It used to be. I'm not there anymore. I respect my liver enough to harden it with, respectable liquids.
Respectable liquids.
Charred cedar. Light band. Zach, what else did you say?
That's pretty much it.
Good. I'm glad I covered it all.
Hey, you got the bases on that one.
Yeah, good. That's what I wanted. I enjoy it so far. All shit giving aside, I hope Dirk had enough of me, to understand that I was joking. I do enjoy it. It is a lighter blend. I think it'll change a little bit as it goes along. So I'm anticipating something different as we go along. But even if it doesn't change, I do like it. So I am of the opinion that I do like darker cigars for the most part. Maduros and such. But I do enjoy a lighter smoke from time to time, just because it's something different. It's something today's PBR day, so it's good. I was really hoping to avoid it's good. So I didn't want to actually say that out loud because I did that joke for so long. But yeah. Okay.
Okay. How about you, Andy?
That's the longest-winded, description we've ever gotten on a Grimm in a year's worth of episodes, and so therefore, sir, I applaud you. I take back one of the things I said that was mean about you.
But you don't get to pick.
But you don't get to pick. And we got years worth of bad things to go with, so.
Grimm, there's like the naughty list Santa has. It's all for you. It's just an entire list of just shit.
Still recovering, having recovered from the flu recently, and still having a little congestion going on up in the old cranium. I don't taste a whole hell of a lot, but it is a smooth start to the cigar. It's not that there is no pepper for me. I can't taste it. But outside of that, minor construction issues. Outside of the fact that I think maybe it sat too long because it's starting. Mine started out with a busted foot.
Oh.
Same here.
Yeah. And so, we're burning kind of funky shaped, but outside of that, it's still smoking well. It's got a good draw. It's an easy,
oh my God,
easy light.
You guys said it.
So,
mine was okay.
But it traveled. I'm not complaining because it traveled from,
It had some mileage on these cigars.
These cigars got mileage on them. These are alright.
Those are the best cigars, though. I mean, honestly, like the ones that are kind of that have been around, like those are good.
Yeah.
A little age on them.
But outside of that, it's smoking really good. It's got a decent retro health to it. Kind of earthy from what I can taste.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can kind of mirror that right there. It is a little earthy. Don't get any of the pepper though, whatsoever. But I do have to say that this reminds me of a classic Connecticut. It doesn't have the kick to it that like the newer Connecticut todays do, where they're trying to give you just a little bit extra to get over that, grandpa's Connecticut or your dad's Connecticut taste. That sometimes
like your dad's root beer.
No, not quite like that,
Okay.
but not your dad's root beer. Yeah. No, but it has a classic taste to it for a Connecticut. I don't even know if this is a Connecticut. I can't remember if it was. I have to look it up again.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a lighter smoke. But so far, it's good. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah, lack of a better word there, Grimm. I'm using good.
Good.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Good is a good word.
It is a good word.
It is a good word.
A good description of good.
Good description of good. I am knocking it out of the park with English tonight. It's fantastic. I'm
See a little anger, a little booze. I mean, you get you all wordy.
Your wordification is spot on.
yeah.
Mucho bueno.
I
It's
don't know
muy
if this is
bien.
true,
Gracias.
but I was reading about tobacco and nicotine, and I had heard that it stimulates the language center in your brain.
Does it?
Oh shit! Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real or not. So somebody Google that. Not
That's
not
like-
the email show. Just
I just made it up on the fly. I want to see if anybody can actually back me up on my bullshit.
Not to be that douchebag, but I do feel like I do write better when I'm smoking a cigar.
So you got that Hemingway vibe.
Kinda like, I have a little bit of whiskey, I have a cigar, like it seems like it flows better,
Well, could it be because you're more relaxed?
Probably.
That definitely could be part of it.
I mean,
Andy has the book.
It's good. I got past the first chapter.
Shut the fuck up! You did not.
I did too.
Did you really? I'm so happy right now. I want to hug you.
Come on over. It's a long drive.
Don't tempt me. I have the next 2 days off. I'll do it.
Come on. It's 8.5 hours.
I'm actually thinking it through right now.
Get to 20 and go straight.
Just the same roads the entire time. It gets super boring.
Pretty
Just
much.
Get through it.
Yes,
It's boring. Yes, it's boring.
20 is a pretty boring run.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is a Connie.
Is
Okay.
it?
It is a kind
So, doing the lookup work on the cigar. It is the Sargrado is the name of the company,
Okay.
and it's the Suave, Suave. So Suave. However the hell you want to say it in English.
It's suave. Grandma's right the first time.
We'll go Suave. It's a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper. Criolla 98 Habanero, and the filler is Cuban seed Dominican leaf.
What'd you say, Criollo or Corojo?
Criolla. Criolla. So
Okay.
98. Criolla. Yeah.
Spell it
I don't
again?
speak Spanish. Criolla.
Rio.
Was that Corolla?
Corolla.
Roya.
This is made with Toyota Corolla in it.
That's
Nice.
the oil
See,
fish I'm getting. Yeah,
It's
that's
difficult to
Yeah,
get a
that's-
Toyota Corolla into a cigar, but they managed to do it.
Isn't the LL in
When they do, it's special.
Isn't the LL in Spanish like a Y sound?
It's a Y. Yeah.
Yeah.
Criolla.
Yeah, so Criolla.
Something.
It's called the ugly little cigar.
Really?
That's what the webpage says.
It's not that
Is that
ugly.
why it has this in it?
Yeah.
They put those in on purpose. I have zero construction issues on mine. It's a nice clean
manufacturer.
wrapper.
Mine has
Ten.
exploded. Look out! It's like it's puffing out.
Yeah, that's
Right
reminds me.
here. But I'm not gonna. I can't knock it off too much for construction because, like Andy was saying, these cigars have traveled several different times being mailed. So we're lucky we got them in the shape that we got them. To be in the home stretch.
I'm enjoying fucking smoking this. I don't care if it falls apart on me.
Yeah.
As long as I can continue putting the smoke in my mouth, I'm good to go.
The draw on this is exceptional. It's a really like the right amount of open.
I know, right? Yeah.
So I
That is
got
very
good
smooth.
Yeah. So I guess we were supposed to have things to talk about. I got a thing for Zach.
Oh,
Well, Gibbs and I were talking about it earlier today,
okay.
and he brought it up because we were talking this afternoon. And about every fourth sentence, there was a just long, drawn out yawn. I need to get some coffee before this particular episode, or I'm going to fall asleep. I said, you know what? Zach knows how to make a fine fucking cup of coffee, and here he's turned it into a science. Zach,
You want to
expand upon your science.
Talk about my nerd coffee?
I do kind of want to talk because
Wait. Do you have like the beakers and Bunsen and the tubes
No.
and everything running
No.
through and have it? Please tell me you got that geeky of a coffee.
No, I brew with an AeroPress, which is kind of like a French press, but works a little different, and it has a filter in it, so you don't get the coffee silt.
That's nerdy, but that's not nerdy enough.
No, it's a super easy way to brew coffee and really easy to clean. If you've ever used an AeroPress, they're kind of a pain, or a French press. They're kind of a pain to get all the coffee out of them.
Mm-hmm.
This one is kind of like a giant syringe with a filter on the end, and you just push the coffee through.
Nice.
But yeah, I've become a little bit of a coffee nerd. My wife got me the AeroPress when we were working in the office. So it was like 19, I guess. Because I had a French press I was bringing to work, and she saw it and she was like, "Oh, that's cool. You might like that." And it turns out I love it. It's like my favorite way to brew coffee. But it became a little bit of like a hobby nerd thing, because I found out that you could really change the way the coffee tastes by changing the grind size and changing the amount of water you're using and even the temperature of water. And last year, or no, it was this year, I guess. I got a new coffee grinder. I wanted one that would go a little bit finer than the electric grinder that I had, or still have, but don't use anymore. And I bought, and they're like, the gaps in prices on coffee grinders is pretty significant. Like a cheap $50 is a lot actually for grinding coffee. At like Target or something, will make pretty good ground coffee, and it's fine. It makes good coffee, but I kind of wanted to have more control over it, so I bought a hand grinder that had higher end burrs in it. Instead of being less expensive ceramic burrs, I had stainless steel, and I feel like I'm going too far down the rabbit hole. But keep going.
I asked for the rabbit hole.
You asked for the rabbit hole. So I bought a pretty nice grinder that was more than twice the amount of my my electric grinder, and it has way better control over the size of the coffee grounds. And then I made a little spreadsheet, and I
oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, oh dude, it went super nerdy. And I like tried the different grind settings, and then I tried the grind setting I like with different amounts of water and different temperatures of water, and then I found my recipe. I like weigh my coffee before I grind it. And
so Zach's Coffee House is going to be opening pretty soon in your local Tennessee shopping area.
No,
I don't know, man.
Anybody a cup of coffee though?
Oh wait, no! It's going to be a spin-off podcast. It's going to be Grinded Beans with Zach.
I don't know, man. I didn't hear a whole lot of letters in the math for that. And if there's no letters in the math for my coffee, I don't want it.
Yeah, there's no letters.
Why do we have to introduce letters to coffee? No.
X squared plus Y tripled divided by fuck all.
Yeah.
It's coffee.
I mean, I really wanted to hear is you were really into Breaking Bad, and you came up with their entire coffee, thing that they had in the shop that they were making all the meth in, and you just had all the tubes and the Bunsen burners and beakers, and you actually I wanted to hear that, but I didn't.
I want to have a very serious moment with Zach at some point in time when we're together at one point in time, where he just leans in for this reference and goes, "We're done when I say we're done."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right there.
That'd be hot as shit, because Zach, he's such a nice guy. We are done when you say we're done. Absolutely, I'm in. It's good. We're good. Let's do this.
To be fair, when there was a storm that blew through here last year and we lost power, and I called, "Hey Zach, can we come over and hang out?" Get there, and Zach's like, "You want some coffee?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah. That's a delicious cup of coffee that man makes." I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you say you wake up, in the morning, like, "Where's Zach? I need Zach."
Well, it's not just for the coffee at that point.
Well, courtesy coffee for the good night, really.
If you were to say you had a source of meat, where would that source be?
Dangling?
Whoa, killer. We're PG-13. You knock it off. The fuck are you talking about?
What kind of meat are we talking about here?
Whoa, killer.
All right.
My dad might watch this. It's very disappointing. it's very disappointing for him when I say these things.
Let's not kid yourself. Your dad don't watch this. This is way too
I've been
lowbrow.
I've been making this joke for like 8 years, and he's never once called me and been like, "We need to talk." So I'm safe. I think he might be saving it up. Who knows? I didn't get a birthday card this year, so who knows?
He just shows up with a list. He's like, "They got a few things I need to talk to you about."
Yeah, he's actually getting the cease and desist together. This is like, you mentioned me too many times during this fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you're dragging my name in the mud with you.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, Dad. I love you.
I'm sorry, Grimm's dad. I love you too. No, I'm sorry, buddy.
No, it's okay. You can love him. It's fine.
Okay.
He might
Thanks,
accept
Richard.
it more than me. You know, you don't know. Oh.
I'm the favorite son.
That's not a joke. My dad loves me very much. You back off. My dad.
I got one more coffee nerd thing.
Go for it.
Okay.
Do
So
it.
for a long time, I would get Guatemalan coffee because that was the kind I liked. But then I realized I like a slightly lighter roast, and that's usually a medium roast. And so I've switched to coffee from the Congo, and it is chocolatey goodness with deliciousness added.
The Congo?
The Congo.
Have you seen
those-
the movie
those
Congo?
I was about to say, where the apes went ape shit?
Yeah. The gray apes from the Congo are the resource they use for picking the coffee beans.
Oh, so they're picking it. They're not like, it's not like a Kopi Luwak thing.
No.
Okay,
No.
just want to make sure, you know.
Like it.
I have so many questions that relate to the movie Congo for coffee in like a short amount of time. I don't understand. Like, how territorial are they about this coffee? Like, is somebody coming in like, I'm gonna make my mark in coffee today, and they're like, no, rage monkey, bam! Now drink that coffee, motherfucker.
I could see, like, you know, the government's coming in there. They're like, what are they protecting in here? They got these big apes at the gate, and
How's
it's
it go
just,
again?
you know, it's gotta be like this.
And it's just
And,
a coffee plantation in the middle of
Yeah,
the
and
jungle.
it's just a coffee plantation, and they're
We-
thinking like there's all
Impulsive
kinds of illegal drugs and shit in there.
It's guarded by fucking gorillas. It's got to be something good.
It's gotta be something
Gotta
good.
be.
I mean, come on, coffee's good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you get in there, you see coffee, and you're like, it's not gold, it's not diamonds, it's not. All right, I feel hyped up for death. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but they start digging through the coffee grinds because they're like, there's gotta be cocaine in here. There's gotta be.
No, that's never mind.
It's Beverly Hills Cop, I know,
I
but
know.
still, same
Yeah.
thing.
Like Coke from the 1920s.
It's good.
Coffee science.
I really need to watch Congo now. Thanks.
I do too. I need to go back and watch Congo because I know it was a terrible movie when I watched
Yeah.
it. It couldn't have got any better.
It scared the shit out of me in the theaters. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
10
they
at the
did a
time,
good-
so don't judge.
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, those
You
gorillas
know
are
what?
scary as shit.
The scariest movie I ever saw in theaters was Jurassic Park because I was fucking 7 and I thought I was going to see a movie about dinosaurs and I didn't realize I was going to see a movie about fucking dinosaurs
Look,
eating people.
it was about dinosaurs, motherfucker. It was not. It was true to
about
form.
dinosaurs, right? You know, and the best part is like, gotta love my grandmother, but you know, we're in the theater, watch the movie. It's in the scene where they're in the kitchen and they're hiding from the velociraptors and all this other shit. My grandmother puts her knit sweater over my eyes to protect me because she's like, oh god, you know what's going to happen now. But it was one of those ones where it has like it's diamond knitted or whatever, so it has holes all the way through the entire thing. So I'm still just watching the movie and going, oh my god, they're going to eat that kid.
I saw that movie in the theater as a kid too, and it both was terrifying, and has made me obsessed with dinosaurs since then.
Fun fact,
That's for a lot of us.
and this is not allowed to be a bumper because my mom might watch this one day. But fun fact, my mom bought the VHS of that when it came out. And was like, "Don't be a pussy, watch it again."
Nice.
That's a bumper.
And just so
That's
you know,
a bummer.
we don't use that phrase on this show. Just don't be a nutsack, because nutsacks are way more
Hey.
sensitive than fucking pussies.
Hey,
That's
I
true.
quoted her. I know nutsacks are worse.
Okay. Just making sure.
We're going for
We
the
don't
quote.
condone that kind of language.
We don't?
Don't condone that kind of language. You let me on this podcast. You know what's up.
Hey, you don't say pussy in a negative connotation. You say only in positive connotations. So if you're going to be a quote-unquote pussy, you are then being a nutsack.
Hey, Grim, do you have a copy of the bylaws? Because I need to reread those. I don't think that was in the original bylaws.
So my concern is, like,
document.
when's the last time you looked at someone and was like, hey, you know what? You're a pussy, dude. And meant it, like, in a really positive fashion. Like,
And that's what I'm saying.
yeah, like,
They're being a nutsack at that point.
no, I'm just saying, the way you said it, you're like, you only congratulate people for being a pussy. Like,
I didn't say that.
That's
That's
the context.
what if you're using it as in like a pussy cat?
That's
And
different.
that's different.
I like to make those
you know,
purr.
the aristocrats at that point, like, you did the aristocrats at that point, Disney. You know, like, you're allowed to be like, hey, that's a pussy all the time. It's good.
See, it's fine. Hard is it? Figure this out. Jesus.
Can't wait to see the shorts on this one.
Pussy
Yeah,
doesn't wear
right.
shorts.
Early.
What? Another joke? We
What?
just got done saying we were done with
Wait.
this. That's what Robert was saying. Like, read the room.
What are you talking about?
I do
Read
shit.
the room.
I'm not in a room. I'm outside.
We're on the back porch, motherfucker.
In the Back Porch Lounge, bitches. How we at on our cigars?
About halfway. A little over
Yeah,
half.
about halfway.
I feel like mine has gone the Groucho Marx way and just exploded on me.
It does get better though.
I
It does get
have
better.
hit the Mufasa
mine-
killer.
Okay. Mufasa killer. All right,
Disney
so
reference again. I win! Yay! Yay!
getting canceled tomorrow.
No, Disney's just going to his door. Excuse me, sir. We heard about your podcast. It's not even online yet. We heard about your podcast.
We heard about your
Heard about your
We've been
podcast.
watching you for a while.
Riverside is a conglomerate.
FBI, your FBI handler is already
Don't
called.
worry about it, though. It already got deleted.
Before it even finished recording. Thanks, Riverside. All right, so mine, it's actually like Grim, not Grim, but Robert just said, it has gotten a little bit better on me. Besides, like I said, looking like the Groucho Marx, exploding cigar, the taste it's still lighter. It's not quite a medium smoke for me. It's still definitely a lighter smoke, but the taste is still there. It's got a good taste to it. I can't pick out any flavor profile like everybody's saying, like with the black pepper and cedar. I'm not getting any of that. To me, it tastes like tobacco, but it tastes like good tobacco. No film in the mouth, and I'm enjoying it. Now, do we want to go the reverse way again and start with Zach, or Andy, you want to do it?
Nah, I don't care. I'll go. But we're gonna do. When we wrap up, we'll go backwards. That works.
Sure.
Works for me.
Yeah, I guess we're about halfway. So the flavors have intensified a bit, but not a lot. It's still, I'm with Gibbs. It's still more of a medium, not quite a medium smoke. It's getting close. And my construction has resolved itself at this for now. I had to touch it up once, but that's because I found just a cold spot. So outside of that, right now it's still smoking really good, and I don't have any problems with it. So carry on, as they say.
All right. How about you, Grim?
In 1997, the movie Titanic came out. And the entire reason the Titanic was so successful was because at the end of the movie, the old lady dropped the heart-shaped pendant into the ocean to defy the guys that brought her on a giant fucking cruise in the first place. And she was all like, get some. And that was a symbolic representation of Marxism. And that's how much I like this cigar.
That was deep.
Don't quite know where you're going with that, but I'm just going to leave that there. How about you, Robert?
It definitely got better. Not that it was bad to begin with, but it, I don't really get a lot of taste. I taste burning tobacco. It is burning a little uneven from time to time, but then it kind of catches up and The end looks like it's about to come apart, but that's okay. It's still smoking, so it's good. I like it.
Still no construction issues over here. The little bit of black pepper I was getting on the retro hill is gone, and it's leaning towards more of a kind of creamy, kind of Connecticut vibe. Reminds me a little bit of the champagne, just a little bit. Very approachable. Call it like a mild to medium, kind of in between those. But it's improving. It's getting a little more going on, and it's enjoyable. I like it.
Awesome. All right. So what's burning the next person's inquiry? What's what did anybody bring to the table to talk about tonight? Wow, that's amazing.
I have something. I was just waiting for people to talk.
That's great. Oh, you're waiting for every.
I'll go.
I don't know if mine's that good, so I didn't want to, say anything because they might laugh at me or something. And
I think it's a good topic. I want to know y'all's feelings or thoughts about planned obsolescence. So what I'm
nerd?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Is it really?
Planned obsolescence? Yeah, I mean that's it. It used to be a thing for cars, and then people decided they liked reliable cars. But currently, the thing that's most irritating to me is the rubberized texture that's put on nearly all electronics that turns into sticky garbage.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And it's really hard to take off. Like if you use that thing every day, you might wear it off and it not be a problem. But if that thing is in a drawer and you're using it like once a month, it's at one point you're gonna pull it out of the drawer and it's just gonna be a sticky garbage thing. And you might go ew and throw it away. And every time I find that I get something that has that on it, or I've not purchased things that have it. Because I go, oh, it's got that soft touch, and I go, son of a bitch, that's going to turn into garbage later. but it's in everything, like shoes, and people make products that are designed to be like consumed and not repaired. And I just was curious what you guys thought about that, and if you make decisions based on it.
Oh my God, you went so far into said rabbit hole that you drove Ben off.
Yeah, I drove Ben off.
Yeah, his network died.
All right, let's not talk about Zach anymore.
Shit.
All right, so we're going to talk about. I got nothing. Fuck. Weren't we supposed to bring something to the table?
Yeah, you were. I like the whole plan. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the concept of planned obsolescence, but thinking back on that, I mean, I miss tinkering with shit and fixing shit.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's just a lot easier to go, well, fuck it, throw it away. It's just as expensive to replace it, as it is, or probably cheaper than it is to fix it. What?
Yeah.
Go Grim.
What is an obsolescence?
Obsolescence, like obsolete.
I don't know what that is either.
Planned death.
Define it for the crowd.
Oh, you're talking to Tina.
The planned expiration of an item.
Oh, so like an Apple product which is obsolete in like 4 years.
Yeah, that'd be a good example.
Okay.
They certainly.
My Android made it more than 4 years. Don't you talk about my Android like that.
My iPhone's lasted more than 4 years. What's your point?
Same here.
Ben, shut the fuck up. You didn't even stay through the entire podcast.
Fair. No, but I agree.
Does that mean your internet's planned obsolescence was like, I mean, you're out now, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was planned obsolescence. I've already upgraded. I'm on 15G now, so I'm actually seeing this in the past. You're now catching up to me.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. That's trippy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how
That's
close to the
crazy.
speed of light did you get? How close to the speed of light did you get?
Pretty darn close. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson says we can't quite hit it, so, but I got close.
So
He looked
close
to
he
the
saw
left,
shadows.
and like that little beam was just slightly moving past him. He was like, you know what? This is a good speed.
This is it. This is it.
This is it.
I'm gonna stop right here. But no, I know what you're talking about, especially like with the shitty coating that they're putting on electronics. I see it more in like Xbox remotes. That's a big one. There's a mouse that I have that was made by Microsoft.
Yep.
That rubber shit is just like every time I use it now, it's just like little balls of black rubber just come off of it. It's like, what the hell? I love this mouse, but yet it's shitty because of this. So I get you.
I'm at the point where it makes me think less of the manufacturer if they use that. Like,
Or I know that I'm going to have to keep some tape around to tape it up in another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. You know, you almost feel like you need to put a clear coat on everything just to make sure it stays intact.
Ooh, a little acrylic clear coat on everything. That sounds like a great idea. Doesn't sound slick at all.
See, but then if you do that, the state of California will put a warning label on everything because of the
May slip out of your hands and cause cancer.
because of the drying in clear coating. It can cause cancer.
In lab rats.
but only in California.
But only in the state of California. Everybody else seems to be able to figure this out, that it's already dried, and that component is kind of dead in that object now. But whatever, state of California says it, therefore it is.
I had a friend of mine that used to give me crap about using sweet and low because sweet and low causes cancer in lab rats in California.
Huge quantities.
I was about to say,
amount of quantities.
I'm pretty sure if you're baking cakes with it, and you're drinking your coffee with it, and you're just random just packets in your mouth throughout the day, you might get some kind of cancer.
Yeah, not so much.
But it's still only in theory.
Right. I'm more likely to get heart failure from greasy ass French fries first. By the way, Chick-fil-A makes awesome fries.
That they do.
Just saying.
True story.
Another person who will never sponsor this podcast.
Nope. We all may be God-fearing, except for Grim.
But yeah.
It's so much fun being out here on an evening with you gentlemen.
It's gotten colder here in Georgia, so I'm kind of.
We couldn't talk about the weather. Shut the hell up.
I just said it got colder in Georgia. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it's probably in the 50s over there. It's like still almost 70 here. It's fine.
So you'll be seeing us in, hoodies.
I want one with the Leaf Cutters logo on it, similar to that T-shirt you got on.
Me too. I want one with the Leaf Cutter logo on it. But speaking of that, we've been approached several times about, hey, why don't you come up with a T-shirt that we can buy, or you come up with something Leaf Cutter related we can buy. And I've talked it over with some of the guys in the group, and I don't think we're quite there yet. I mean, because if we did do a T-shirt, we did do a hoodie, we did something, we might sell 5 of them total, and that's from us buying them. So yeah, that's from us.
6. I bet Billy would buy one too.
I'm about to say 6. So six total will be bought. And so I think the approach we're going to take with it, we are going to make some Leaf Cutter stuff. We're going to try out different things, but we're going to do giveaways for them. So for a while, the only way you're going to get Leaf Cutter stuff is you're going to have to win it.
You're doing it.
Yep. So pay attention to our socials, pay attention to our Facebook, pay attention to our Instagram, pay attention to YouTubes and stuff like that. Because we're gonna give stuff away. I just think it's more fun that way. And plus, if you think about it, you'll get stuff that's unique. Like the cigar ashtrays. There's 2 cigar ashtrays now. There's going to be 3 pretty soon that are floating out there that doesn't belong to us. Well, there's only going to be 3. that are like that series. So that's kind of cool. You'll own something that hardly anybody else has. And same thing's going to go with our t-shirts that we come out with and our jackets for a while that you'll have that nobody else has. Now, if we ever do really well, we start getting a lot more followers, then yeah, we'll probably open up a merch store and you can buy merch from us. But for now, I think we're just going to stick with win it from us. Or if you're really nice, maybe we'll give it to you. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. Be a good way to drive listeners, hopefully.
Yeah, and we do need to pick up our listeners more. People will watch us. I mean, a lot of people watch our shorts. They pop up on some random people's feeds every now and then, and
that's awkward. They're watching my shorts.
Yeah, they're watching your shorts.
I only wear pants.
They're watching your shorts right now.
Now I'm paranoid.
You should be.
And that's the multi-camera angle we have for the OnlyFans. So when you get in that feed, you know you've made it.
Did you get you a refill? Did you bring it up back for everybody else? We missed you. You didn't get a damn thing.
Man, we just went on like a 5-minute tirade about how shitty you are as a person, Grim.
Yeah. I'm never going to deny I'm a shitty person. It's never going to happen.
No, we didn't. We talked about how the only way you're going to get leaf cutter stuff right now is by winning it.
You could possibly get it by sleeping with me, and I am not open to that. I don't like that joke.
What?
That just no.
How's your wife?
It can't happen. Don't touch me. I am against people in the first place. I'm
Evidently, you're
agoraphobic.
really against them, Woo!
I'm agoraphobic. Leave me alone.
Against them.
I had an entire joke lined up for that, and then I was just like, no, I can't. I don't even want to go through with it. I'm out.
And you abandoned it halfway through it, so that joke's just
Yeah,
sitting there at the
I
station.
gave up.
It's
Like a
non-starter.
nutsack.
Like a nutsack. There we go. See?
Fantastic.
Like a party everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that this is the whole reason that cigars exist, is so we can have moments like these where we're just making each other crack up.
Yeah.
Talk about bullshit and have a good time.
4 more years.
What, you're just gonna give up after 4 years? You're like, you know what? I got a goal. 4 years, I'm
You
quitting
got a
smoking
goal.
altogether.
No, wait, hang on.
Did you seriously just say 4 more years to yes?
Just for you, sugar.
Did you vote Kennedy? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Kennedy was running. I thought he was dead.
Dude, I swear to God, I saw him on the ballot, and I was like, they did realize that he quit, right? Like, that's not a joke. Like,
That's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, he stepped down. So I guess he already prepaid the ballot, so they put him on it.
yeah, you're like, you already paid for the ride. Just go ahead and do it. Who else voted for Trogdor though? Like,
I
Voted for
voted
what?
for Big Bird.
I voted for Trogdor, and that's not a joke.
Trogdor.
Trogdor was a man. No, Trogdor was a dragon man.
It was a dragon man.
Dragon man.
Are we talking about Drogo? Who are we talking? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Trogdor.
Do you not know what Trogdor is?
Ironic.
No.
Oh my God.
It's a great song.
It is an amazing song.
By
It is an amazing
was
short
really-
by Strong Bad.
Strong.
Yeah, it was in a Guitar Hero game.
Yeah, I think it was Guitar Hero 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trogdor was a man.
No, Trogdor was a dragon man.
I'm going to have to go back and play Guitar Hero 2.
So good. So good.
I'm literally saying this in the group chat now. I'm finding it. It's happening.
Where else can you have this kind of fun?
Burninating the peasants.
I mean, it's the first place I heard about the term burninating.
Burninating?
Burninating.
Burninating, yes.
Yes.
And it is a glorious phrase. And honestly, if I had room for it, I'd tattoo it on me. Everybody should be
You
burninating.
just need something else to tattoo. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna tattoo it on Saturday. Like I am actively working on it.
What you getting
What are you
Saturday?
getting on Saturday?
Yeah, what are you getting?
The white mage symbol from Final Fantasy 14. Okay, so I know that's nerdy, but I want you to really hear me out for a second. I have been a healer in almost every single game I've played since like 1996. If there's an MMO, if there's a role for a healer, I always play healer. You know, not because I don't want to do DPS and major damage or tank and be the main character or anything else like that. I just think they are a very essential role, a very critical piece to the cog, and that it couldn't happen without them. So I've always liked being a healer, and Final Fantasy 14 is the one that like I've really resonated the most with for being a healer. So, and it has the coolest icon, so I wanted that because I wanted to be able to say, hey, like I healed throughout almost any game.
That's cool.
Or
That's
gaming is your form of healing?
You know what? I think Andy's has a point there. Because Grim, you are the game master. You are the guy that, you know, any game that comes out, you're the guy I go to first and be like, okay, how was this? Because I know you already played it. Even though it only came out like 20 minutes ago, I know you already played it. And probably beat it. And you thousand it
Because
out.
I need it. I need it.
It's Christ.
Zach, you okay, everybody?
This guy just showed up in front of me.
Holy shit.
Now he's on the computer.
He's on the computer.
You're going to see, you know, Zach's computer go, woo!
That's a giant spider.
It is giant.
He just wanted to have a cigar with you.
Well, he's checking out my whiskey glass now.
Tell him to get the fuck out. My
I'm
whiskey
throwing
brother's
with you,
like
I'm
a
looking up for him.
Just give him a shot. Give him a shot, man.
I'm gonna give him the ground.
Let Laggett
Whoa,
say hi.
whoa! You and I give me shit for no minutes.
Hey,
So, are you able to blow perfect smoke rings tonight, Zach?
He's had some pretty good ones.
earlier.
Yeah, I think I
You
saw
did
you do
some
one or
there,
two
yeah.
already. Oh yeah, you got some good ones going on.
The airflow is going up a little bit, so they're breaking up pretty fast.
Grimble, which leg does that tattoo go on?
It's actually, I think it's going behind my arm on the right above the elbow.
I forget
So
that you have
I
arm
have
sleeves.
I have the clicker up here from The Last of Us, and I want to have the symbol down here, and I want to do something in here, and then I want to pull it all together in a sleeve, just a half sleeve though, because I have a very strict rule that I can't get tattoos anywhere that is business casual appropriate.
Okay.
That's a fair rule. That's a fair rule.
It's fair.
Well, okay, so it worked to my advantage because I've had tattoos for a very long time, and I had a boss, Byron, that I wore shorts to work on a Saturday, and he showed up for whatever reason. I don't even remember what it was, but he looked at me, he was like, oh my god, you have fucking tattoos, and I was like, that's what I'm going for. You don't know. You can't judge me for it. You can't, you can't tell me I can't have the job or can't be in because I have, ink on my skin. So that's where I'm at. So it has to be where like a short sleeve shirt or won't cover.
Pretty good rule.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought that I would be a good canvas for tattoos because I got a lot of skin and a lot of extra skin, but no. Because, I mean, I imagine I walk into a tattoo parlor and they're like, that's a lot of canvas to work with. I could do my flaming eagle perfect on that motherfucker. But, no.
You can get a Trogdor tattoo.
Don't tempt me, I will.
So I have.
You know what?
zero
At this
tattoos.
point, this is happening. Hold on a second.
Oh.
Bob.
Bob Aran.
Need
Ba, 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 ba,
for
ba, ba,
tattoo
Sorry, no.
pen
You are without a doubt the worst singers in America.
in around
Yeah.
Thanks.
December.
I mean, if you're gonna be good at something, I mean, bottom rung, that's still the best.
January.
Gives you something that to strive for.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
got an Android, right? Is he swiping the type, or is he actually doing the old
I'm doing the.
I
don't swipe for shit.
Has been on Android for like, I don't know, 10
Oh,
years.
it's been a while, yeah. I had it on my phone when I had Android.
Yeah. But I
Hold
I
on,
don't
I
really
had something for that. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, go fuck yourself. I don't think it's white.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry. That was really angry.
You
And
were.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah,
I'm, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's raining and I don't
Is
like
it
it.
really?
And it's just very. It is. It's raining for me right now.
It's raining.
Wait, do you guys not hear it?
No.
It's actually raining pretty.
Maybe a
pretty-
little bit off
pretty
the
loud.
gibbs, but I don't hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it off the tin roof that I have.
Unless
It's
it's
a really no, it's not a rusted tin roof.
Tin roof.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm
Rusted.
waiting for the day.
Have you had a cat on the hot tin roof?
It's a different thing.
I haven't had a fiddler either, but
Damn it. We get Zach up there. He's a good Jew.
I told you about the time I watched Fiddler on the Roof as an adult, right?
I thought it was a happy-go-lucky. No.
My memory as a kid seeing that movie, I was like, "Oh, it's a happy musical," and I'm like, "Oh shit, it sucks."
No, it is not.
Yeah,
You know, they made a big deal. You know, when you're a kid in gym or whatever in elementary school, they were like ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. You
Ashes
know,
to
and
ashes,
then
we
when
all
you-
fall down.
Yeah. And then when you research it when you're an adult, you're like, oh, hey, that's about what is it, plague or
Plague.
yeah, the
or-
bubonic plague.
The bubonic plague.
Yeah, it was about the plague.
Black
And all of a sudden you're like, I was super happy about that 20 years ago. You know,
I was super happy about that last week.
I was super into it until they realized that like this is about death and pestilence.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark shit out there, especially in like nursery rhymes and things like that.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, when you go back and look, you're
Aesop's
like,
fables.
holy
Those
fuck.
are some really dark fucking stories.
Yeah, but they're fun to go back and look at now because you're like, whoa, that's fucked. I
I tell
love
this to my kids.
it. To help me go to sleep at night.
They're super happy about this as a dream. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be laughing about that. Holy shit.
Yeah, you can. It's fine. I do.
All right,
Oh,
so it's come to the sad part of the cigar.
Oh, Jesus.
It's burning my freaking fingers.
Got the same problem Zach does.
Well, do we want to rate them or do we just want to keep going for a minute?
rate them, man. Come on. You're up front. Let's go.
All right. No, we're going backwards this time. Remember?
Oh, Zachariah.
Zach's turn.
Okay. So I've zero construction issues, great smoke output, great draw. A little on the lighter side for my preference, even for other Connecticut's. I know I've said this before, but the Intemperance EC from Romacraft is one of my favorite cigars.
We almost went an entire episode without saying Romacraft.
I couldn't do it.
Almost.
I love
You
that
did.
cigar
You
so much. But it does have Ecuadorian Connecticut on it, apparently, which is what EC stands for.
Yep.
It's a good cigar. It's I would have no problem recommending this to somebody as a first cigar if it was available. And but it's not. It doesn't have the depth that I wanted for it to be a truly excellent cigar for me. But I'm gonna give it a 3.75 because it's almost 4, but not quite. So it's a good cigar, but in the average area.
Gotcha.
Average good.
How about you, Robert?
Taste was good. It actually completely fell apart. The bathroom. I mean, it completely came apart. So
Oh.
I was like, I need to put this out before I catch fire over here. But hey, it could be a selling point for the show. I don't know. Man catches
We
fire.
are
while
ready.
smoking cigar.
It's good.
But I would say 3.5. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, right now I'm in the, I guess, darker stages right now. So, maybe if I had another one a month from now, 2 months from now, I might think differently, but I would say 3.5.
Okay, fair enough. How about you, Grimbles?
Hold on a second. I have to collect myself as I bring myself to doing this review.
You want to go on to Andy then?
Yeah, go on to Andy. I really gotta. I've gotta buckle this down.
Okay, Andy, he's in deep thought. You want to go ahead with yours?
Get a shovel. It's a deep thought. Love you, buddy. I gonna mirror kind of what Zach said. Not as complex as I was literally prefer, but it's been a pretty easy smoke throughout. It's starting to get a little hot right here, close to the end. The construction issues that I had at the start kind of resolved themselves about midway, so none of that affected the draw or the burn. I touched it up a couple of times. Doesn't really detract one way or the other. To me, it was kind of an earthy flavor for what I can tell through the rest of the sinus crap that I'm fighting through at the end of the flu. But other than that, it was a appreciable smoke. So I give it a 3.5.
And for mine, I did a crown cut on mine. Don't know if that had a difference in it, but had no problem with the draw whatsoever. It sounds like everybody else is pretty consistent on that. So, yeah, good drawn cigar, good smoke output, pretty light. I still say it's a light cigar. Didn't even get the medium for me, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I would definitely stick it on the. I would recommend it to a new person getting into cigars as well. Right there with the Perdomo champagne. So if I'm going to rate it, and no film on my mouth at all, so that's a good thing. And the construction on it, besides the blowouts, but like I said, those things have been traveling, so I'm not going to knock it off that much for that. But I would have to rate this probably 3.5 as well. Middle of the road cigar, but definitely tasty. Worth the smoke. So you ready, Grim?
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Myself and my best friend at the time, and still a good friend that I hope is doing well. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but his name is Brian Little. Went to the Carmike Theaters in Union. And at the ripe age of, I want to say 15, I'm pretty sure we were 15 at that point in time, we asked for tickets to the movie Dracula 2000, thinking that it would be the best movie of all time. It was not. And we found out afterwards that the people in the box office let us in not because they gave a shit about the fact that we weren't 17, but because they were like, somebody has to be in that theater to see this movie. And this cigar is way better than watching Dracula 2000. Nice. I'm going to give it a 4.
Wow.
4.
It is a high mark for me, mostly because I acknowledge the fact that lighter cigars are not for me, but it is a very solid, wonderful smoke. Construction issues aside that I've made fun of a couple times, it is very good. I'd smoke this thing into the fucking ground as far as I'm concerned. It is very good. So if you watch Dracula 2000 anytime soon, which you're not, let it be known
once is enough.
This cigar is better than that, and you should smoke the cigar rather than watch that movie.
Fucking A.
That's an excellent comparison.
I have a question. I have a question for the crew. I realize that I've been under the weather for the last few recordings. Is this a new Grim that we got? Did we pick up a new, more verbose Grim?
Verbose.
I think we picked up a more verbose tequila. That's what I really think.
That's
we picked
right.
up.
I like it.
I'm trying to be more engaged in the review portion because for the last year I have said, and I'm going to redo my review of this cigar in my normal fashion.
I feel better now. Man.
Woo, man. And I guess
I realize I'm not carrying as much weight as I am the rest of the group, and I need to contribute more to this podcast, which is both illustrious and delicious.
Podcast is illustrious and delicious?
Yeah, man, shut the fuck up.
I was good with it. I liked it.
Hey,
I like it. I love it.
I said words that were positive. And you didn't give it to me. Shut up.
I like it. I wasn't complaining. Damn.
Hey.
If I want this kind of abuse, I can go inside.
How is your wife?
Oh, come on. She said to call her later.
Tell Kristen I said hi and I love her. I'm not knocking her. I love her.
No, what? Hang on a minute. What?
Wait.
What? Huh?
Maybe.
What? Maybe? Okay.
Maybe.
Tell Eric I said hi.
Tell her I said,
Then
I will.
then
And
I'll see you
tell
later.
her with mouth.
Yes.
Yes. Andy said hi. That's what he said hi for. It was totally fine.
Totally.
I'm not jealous.
Don't be.
And on that wonderful display of affection, I'm going to say good night.
Night.
So fucked up.